The Young and the Uneasy 2-week spoilers for September 29-October 10 reveal that Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, is very troubled by Sally Spectra's, Courtney Hope, duplicity. After meeting Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, on Monday, September 29, Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, changes his mind about Abbott.com. Sally Spectra helped him see the light at last, prioritize Abbott.com, leave Chancellor out of his mind, and quit looking for revenge. Billy is appealing to Jack to give the company additional money. Nope, checkbook is closed, Jack tells Billy, fearing that Billy will alter his mind and lose his credibility. Later, Jack video calls Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, to ask her to come to Genoa City so that she may deal with Billy and Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. He'll let her know about the chaos her sons are causing. Jill is annoyed that Billy keeps ignoring her. She's been too forgiving of Kane, so Jack begs her to get on a plane, get here, deal with your boys. Jack goes to talk about working together to destroy Kane with Victor Newman, Eric Braden. Victor believes the Abbotts and Newmans can beat Kane. He thinks the truce with Jack is more important than it is, therefore he says it is just temporary until Kane is dealt with. But since Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, doesn't want Victor to stab Jack in the back, Victor is more inclined to turn on him. Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, are informed of the truce by Victor and Nikki. Victor admits that he miscalculated Kane and resisted extortion, but he doesn't think Kane will use AI to target them, but they must definitely get rid of him. Nick and Victoria later wonder if Jill's presence will worsen Kane's predicament. Nick worries that Billy will lose it over the truce, and that Jill's backing of Kane will send him into even greater decline. In addition, Nick reveals that he and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, are traveling to Los Angeles to see their son Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, who is launching a new club. Nikki is also concerned that Jill's presence would make things worse. Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, after talking to Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, breaks up with him because she feels they moved too fast and she was too gullible. Although she wishes she could live longer since she loves Kyle, she believes this is best for her. After crying a little, Claire calls Nathan Owen's character Holden Novak and asks to go to Los Angeles with him. Sally and Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, discuss the possibility of Abbott.com getting funding. Billy is disliked and mistrusted by Audra, who wants them to find employment elsewhere. Sally understands that the money isn't happening when Billy arrives, but he promises to find a way. On Tuesday, September 30, Sally deceives Billy by failing to disclose a secret. Sally's upcoming video conference with Jill can cause Billy lose his patience, even though he has performed worse. Nikki decides to confront Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, possibly as a result of the truce. Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, defends herself when Sharon asks her about following Maria Copeland, Cameron Grimes. Daniel Romalotti, played by Michael Graziadei, is ready to go with Tessa. While Sharon believes Maria needs more time, Tessa believes that finding answers is the best way to save Maria and their marriage. Jack and Victor discuss their plans for dealing with Damian Kane. Maybe because he wants to beat Billy too. Victor is tough and doesn't tell Jack about the plot. On Thursday, October 2nd, Jill returns to Genoa City to deal with Billy and Kane. Whether she and Sally will plot is questioned. When Audra tries to get back together with Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, the scene is prepared for her next move, but he has already moved on from her. Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, find a common interest. Against Friday, October 3, Victor and Jack start planning their attack against Kane. Nick visits Newman Media to surprise Adam and Chelsea Lawson Newman, Melissa Claire Egan. He would probably reveal Victor's relationship with Jack and his and Sharon's Los Angeles trip. Adam is concerned about Victor and Jack because he knows that their truce won't last on Young and the Restless. Fans of The Young and the Restless will be glued to the screen for the next 2 weeks as Adam Newman descends into a paranoid state that threatens to overwhelm him and Sally Spectra's meticulously constructed web of deceit starts to come apart. Unexpected drama is set to rock Genoa City as secrets come to light, power conflicts start, and relationships are put to the ultimate test. Sally has been balancing 2 lives for weeks. the one she shows to Genoa City's elite, and the one that is full of secrets that she is anxious to forget. She appears to be the fiery designer-turned-entrepreneur who rose from the bottom and rebuilt her life after suffering terrible heartbreaks. Sally, however, has been sitting on a secret agreement that has the potential to blow up her entire world. To accelerate her design business, Sally had made a deal with a mysterious investor. It appeared innocuous at the time, simply another commercial deal in a community where dubious transactions are commonplace. The paper trail, the gossip, and the incorrect person piecing together the puzzle, however, were things she didn't anticipate. Sally believed her confidant and best friend would act as a stand-in for her, but Chloe's guilt is still bothering her. According to spoilers, Chloe starts to ask too many questions and unintentionally discovers facts that implies Sally's achievement isn't as straightforward as she has made it seem. For Sally, the issue is straightforward. The entire house of cards falls apart if Chloe makes the connection. It's not only a professional fallout. Nick Newman, who has been steadfastly supporting Sally, will be hurt by the treachery. Their shaky relationship, which Adam has previously put under scrutiny, might not withstand this most recent revelation. Adam Newman is getting consumed by his own fears, while Sally tries to keep up her facade. Adam has been attempting to persuade himself for months that he can live in Genoa City without ruining everything he comes into contact with. Adam, however, is aware in his heart that he is a Newman, which implies that self-destruction is inevitable. Sally is the issue. Adam struggles to let her go. It kills him every time he sees her with Nick. He wonders whether she would have been happier if she had chosen him, rather than leaving every time he learns about her career. According to previews, Adam may take extreme measures to protect Sally from entities he believes are trying to destroy her, because this obsession is beginning to impair his judgment. However, is Adam's paranoia imagined or real? Victor Newman has been closely monitoring his son, fearing that Adam may collapse beneath the weight of his shadow once more. Victor brushes off Adam's tirade about plots and ulterior motives against Sally as jealousy. Adam, however, is certain that someone is manipulating strings, and the horrifying thing is that he might not be mistaken. Sally's greatest ally has been Chloe, who has supported her creativity, assisted her in her recovery, and kept her centered when her emotions threatened to take over. However, Chloe is currently at a moral juncture. Does she continue to remain faithful to her best friend and conceal Sally's dishonesty, even though she is well aware that it could negatively impact her family and career? Or does she take a chance on betraying someone she views as family by stepping into the spotlight? According to spoilers, Chloe makes a risky decision that might have disastrous consequences. She runs the risk of losing her integrity if she decides to remain silent. She has the power to crush Sally's hopes, sever their friendship, and drive her further into Adam's embrace if she speaks up. Sally's dishonesty has repercussions that extend well beyond her private life when it starts to surface. Since Chabot and Newman Enterprises have stakes in Sally's business endeavors, her demise can lead to yet another corporate conflict. And when the chance presents itself, Victor Newman and Jack Abbott can't help but take a swipe at one another. According to spoilers, Victor takes advantage of Sally's predicament to remind Nick that she is unreliable and to urge him to break things off before it's too late. Jack, on the other hand, believes that Sally has been duped by Newman and provides assistance. In unexpected ways for both families, this rekindles the long-standing Newman-Abbott rivalry. For Jack, the goal is to keep someone he believes has promised safe. Victor wants to have more control over his kids' lives. However, it's about more than business for Nick and Adam. It's about love, jealousy, and the lingering effects of their previous choices. Chelsea Lawson becomes entangled in this chaotic triangle as if Sally, Adam, and Nick weren't enough. After her darkest moments, Chelsea has been gradually re-establishing her life and attempting to move on. But Adam's increasing obsession with Sally drags her back into his whirlpool. Chelsea will begin to question Adam's actions, cautioning him against repeating the past and reminding him of the perils of infatuation. However, Adam can take Chelsea's worry as criticism, further dividing them. Billy Abbott becomes Chelsea's sounding board after noticing her emotional distress, which further complicates things. Chelsea is left divided between the danger Adam still represents and the comfort Billy provides, as this threatens to rekindle their complex feelings. Nick has been the constant in Sally's light for months. He is sensible where Adam is rash and calm when Adam is chaotic. However, teasers indicate that Nick's patience will soon be put to the test. Nick is caught off guard when he hears rumors of Sally's dishonesty. He had faith in her. He protected her from his family's persistent skepticism. His trust can be irreparably damaged if he finds out she has been concealing something. Nick will have to confront some difficult questions. Has Sally truly changed? Was he merely a handy diversion from Adam, or did she ever really love him? Most importantly, when betrayal appears inevitable, can he risk his heart once more? Nick may turn back toward Sharon as a result of this dilemma, as she has been subtly supporting him during the family conflict. Adam's life and Sally's would be rocked by a Nick-Sharon reunion, which would rekindle the most intense rivalry of all. The ensuing 2 weeks are filled with heartache, treachery, and perhaps redemption, with every character facing an uphill battle. Although Genoa City has experienced hurricanes in the past, this one could cause permanent damage that alters everything. Viewers are going to witness the young and the restless at its most intense as Adam's concerns get more intense and Sally's world falls apart. The drama is about love, trust, and the terrible price of lying, not only about disputes in the home or at work. Though secrets never remain hidden in Genoa City, Sally has battled too hard to allow her past to control her future. Furthermore, Adam, who will always be his own greatest adversary, can once more demonstrate that fear is the most deadly weapon of all. The next 2 weeks will be an exciting roller coaster for fans, filled with heartbreaking encounters, startling disclosures, and decisions that will determine the outcome of Genoa City's most complex love triangle.